Good morning. I am in my bonus room again, and I want to thank you for the visit to everybody who's new. My name is Linda, and I welcome you to 18 Acres Journals. To all of you who've been here before, thank you for returning. Today I have something a little bit different than I've done before. I am going to do two different ways of collaging. I've been watching quite a few videos, and I have learned the difference between a haphazard way and an intentional way. And today I'm going to share those with you. Haphazard just simply means there's no really organization at all to it. It's just something you do, and you put it together however it goes, and you're happy with that. For me, I do that quite often, and I'm fine with it. But then there's the intentional way, where you actually strategically piece things together to make it look better. And that's what we're going to do today. Am I recording? Yes. My phone is doing our recording today. Mainly because I can't get my camera to even act like it's happy. I don't know what's going on with it. So, with that being said, let's start with a haphazard form of collaging. I'm going to do a piece of, I'm not really sure what this paper is called. It's a type of linen, I think. It's real thin, real flimsy. I love it. You can still write on it. It's, in my opinion, it's the perfect to back things on. So we're going to take that and a bunch of scraps that I have off to the side over here and just start haphazardly putting them on here. I'm just going to get a bunch out. I like that color. That's pretty. We'll do that one. This one looks a lot like that one. So we'll find something different. How is everybody? How's your new year so far? I have had a really good new year, and I'm so thankful for it. That's kind of cool. But instead of it being all perfect, I'm going to rip it up and make it different. I have to tell you, when I bought this scoreboard that I got last year, several months back, when I was desperately trying to come up with a way to organize my bonus room so that I had more efficient a way of getting all my stuff together so that I wasn't having to spend too much time collecting my stuff in front of the video, I actually dropped my scoreboard on the ground, and I lost the little blue thingy out of the back. I have been looking for it for months, and I mean, I scoured every inch of this bonus room, and I couldn't find it. I assumed, and I probably should never assume, that my doggy Finley found it and took it outside and that it was lost forever. Well, the other day, like a good girl, on the 1st of January, I got on my treadmill. Here, let's start putting them on here and see what else we need to get first. I started working out on my treadmill again, and I decided that I was going to watch a movie from Netflix while I did. And as I went to go, and then here, before I finish the story, you just put it on anywhere you want, any angle you want. Doesn't have to go, nothing has to go together, because remember, this is haphazard. But I'm going to do my sides first, just so I have my edges already ready to go. Anyhow, I went to go turn on the TV, and because I was already walking, I didn't do such a good job, and I bumped the TV remote control and the little cover that houses, your batteries popped off and it dropped on the floor between my treadmill and the wall. And I said, of course, why did this have to happen now? And I looked down to see where it landed, and I saw not only the cover, but my little blue scoreboard. I guess you call it, I guess it's some form of a bone folder of some sorts. Anyhow, I said, thank you, Jesus. That's why I dropped it. You wanted me to find that thing that's been missing for 100 years. I was so happy. And that was the first. Ever since that day, all kinds of cool things and wonderful things have been happening for me or to me and or with me. And I have just been overwhelmed. And my prayer is that's the same thing for you guys. I'm turning it this way. I hope y'all can see me. I can't hardly see the screen because of the way I have the phone angled. Can you see here? Let me pull back a little bit. But yeah, I hope for your sakes, your days are just as happy and fulfilling. And then I was a good girl. I did not get 30 minutes on the treadmill yesterday. I had way too much going on, so I only got 18 and a half, and I felt so guilty. I could have kept going, but my time was running out. I had a friend coming over. We were going to go get pedicures done, and I told myself, well, you know what? Because it's haphazard, I'm going upside down with that, and I don't care. I just assumed that I would get back on it later on and finish the 12 minutes, and I never did. But I did my 30 minutes today, and I'm happy for it. And I don't feel guilty anymore because I walked around. I got a lot of stuff done. I'm using an old graph piece of paper that I printed up as my glue sheet today. I didn't want to just toss it, so I figured I'll make some use of it first. So anyhow, it's been a wonderful year so far, and I pray it keeps going because, yeah. And I am so proud of myself that I have worked out every day so far since the brand new year. And I'm pleased with it. Not only is helping me, because my bones and my muscles were starting to feel like they were not really freezing up, but just getting too stiff. And then next week, my prayer is that I can incorporate my yoga back into the mix. So, all right, but let's talk about what we're doing here. I saw a couple of people do their collages, and I thought, you know, I do need to do that again because the last time I did my collages, I made a whole bunch of tags out of the mix. However, I just haven't sat down to do it. See, I need some more for the middle. But I noticed that there were a couple of different ways they were doing it, and I liked how they were. So I've done this one before. I've done the haphazard like this before. But I tried to put like kind of pages together, and so like I tried desperately to make it all have some kind of a cute, like, I don't know, just to hook up the pages so that when I went to go make my tags, I'm using both of these. When I went to make my tags, there was some kind of a flow to them. Well, today it's haphazard. We're just going to put them however they go. I'm not ripping them any more than they're already ripped. I'm just going to pick it up, rip it, and put it on. And this is going to be our first haphazard. And then when it starts to dry, although I do want to rip this one a little bit. And then when it starts to dry, I'll lay it underneath my mat so it doesn't get all I don't know that it will, because so far it's not wrinkling up. You know, some pages, depending on, but I'm going sideways like this. But some of the pages tend to, ooh, that's pretty. They want to curl up on you. Well, this kind of paper, again, I'm not really sure what you would call it, but it's not doing that, which is a good thing. So, we're going to finish this, let it sit under my mat, and then we'll work on some intentional. Right now, we're just doing collages. We're not necessarily turning them into tags at this point. Right now, we're just doing collages. If you hear the pitter-patter of little teeny paw prints, I promise they're not little teeny. It's Finley, my big boy boxer. But he's walking around, and you can hear his toenails on the hardwood floors. He needs his toenails clipped again. I got my pedicure yesterday. He's going to get his this weekend when his daddy gets home. Actually, probably Monday, because his daddy's coming home Sunday. And he will be so happy. He's been moping around for days. Yeah, my husband went hunting in Alabama with some friends. And I'm happy for him. He never have time to go do that kind of thing. Okay, I think this one will fit in the last spot. So this year, for this channel, I'm going to just play it by ear. I'm not necessarily going to plan everything. I'm just going to play it by ear. And get on here when I have the opportunity to get on here. So that turned out pretty cute. I think the colors are all pretty. And I can cut it up into large tags. I can make pockets out of it. We can cut it into smaller tags and have some belly bands. But in the meantime, it's going under here. So that is my first haphazard collage. Then I watched this other YouTuber, and I absolutely, totally, and emphatically loved what she was doing. She created what she was calling her intentional. Now, let me pull out my... I don't think she called them intentional. She just called them collaged journal spots or something like that. Anyhow, she was using a really pretty gold. I don't have one. I'm going to order one though. But she was doing like inking on the edges because she was ripping stuff up. I had already ripped these up before I decided I was going to do it on film. So I will do one from start to finish, but let me go ahead and show you what this one is called, my intentional, because I intentionally put these colors, these pictures, and these sizes together to create this tag. Now I'm going to back the tag up at a later date because I don't know if it's going to be a tag or if I'm going to glue it to a page. I haven't decided that yet. Let me move that up. Close this out. So I took a piece of paper, a digital, and I just ripped it out to the size I wanted, and then I started bending and crunching some of the edges just to give it a little bit more of a character. And then I found a color that I thought was beautiful that I wanted to put on here. Now I can go all the way over here to have some more of this showing, or I can go all the way over here to have some of that showing, but I choose to put mine right in the middle. So let's go ahead and do that. The reason this is intentional is because I'm intentionally placing all of these together. I loved the look of it. And we're going to just keep working on this. I have 4 or 5 of them set aside. We'll do all 5 of these. And then I just took a picture. I believe this one was already cut in a round. spot. I think I want to go off to this side a little bit because I like that jagged edge. So there's that. And then this one, I just ripped a little piece out of one of my digitals. And I need to get a new glue, so hold on with me. That one's gone. I have them right here in my drawer, so it won't take me long at all. And this one I decided would look cute right here. So this is my first intentional. Isn't that pretty? It is a collage. It's a collage because you're taking pieces that could be scraps. I mean, I could have pulled these out of there and then added my focal point, but I did start with whole pieces. So there's my first one. Let me get my glue stick. I got a brand new desk for Christmas, and I was redoing everything. I was supposed to do a brand new desk video. I never have. Maybe I'll do that one tomorrow. Okay, and then two, I saw this. I absolutely loved this one. It's plain as day. I did not. Here, we'll go ahead. This is how she was doing hers. I'm going to show you how she was doing hers. She crunched them up, ripped them, made them all different, you know, like crinkly, just to give it an aged look. And I'm just going to kind of go like so, and then take my, and do this. Again, this was a digital. Now this one was a part of an ephemera kit that I got. And I just cut it out because I thought it would be perfect for the backing of one of these. So there's that. And then this was a picture that I just kind of cut to the size I wanted. And then I'm going to do like a little crinkle here. Make it look a little older. And then this one. This was my first trial and error of my brand new embossing machine. It came with its own, I guess, cardstock. And I was playing around with it. And I thought, I'm not really sure if I like it or not. But then when I saw her do her stuff, I thought that would be perfect. So I'm going to go like this. This is how I wanted to do mine. I wanted to do it like this. I love that. And then I have a sheet I'll show you here in a minute. So let's go ahead and get these down. Yes. Turn this over. Yes, it's going to be glued flat, but it'll still have the wrinkled look because of the way I did it. So I want this one way over here. But I'm going to pull it down just a hair. Okay. Because I want this one off to the side. And I don't mind that it covers her up. I don't mind that at all. It's intentional, remember? Okay, and I'm going to leave it long for now because I'm not sure if I'm going to back it and let a little bit of the back show or not. I haven't decided that. But then I printed up, again, I saw this on YouTube, and I printed these little things out to do words, and I think I want to add the one that says letters up here, or maybe down here, I don't know, but I'm going to cut it out and we'll test drive it, see if we like it. I got this digital from I want to say Ruby and Pearl XL. Ooh, Heather. This is where I got the idea from. She's so good. I love the way she does her journals. Okay, I know that I could do both pieces if I want. I'm just doing letters. So I'll save this one for later. Yeah, I kind of like it. Do I want it up here? Oh, I think I like it right here. So let's go ahead and ink it. I haven't done ink in a long time. I used to just put my stuff together, but I got all this ink. Why not use it? And that was something that I told myself. I have to tell y'all something I did. Okay, hold on. I can't concentrate and talk at the same time. Okay, so that's two. Two are done. I'm happy with both of those. And again, we'll back them at a later date because I don't know at this point, is this going to be a side tuck? Is this going to be a side tuck? Is it going to be a journal card? Is it going to be glued to the page? So I'm going to put these off to the side. And we'll pull this one out. Again, I loved these together. Look at that. Aren't they pretty? Okay, here, let's ink it while we chat. I told you I got a brand new desk for Christmas. And beforehand, all I was using is one of those fold-out tables that people buy at Home Depot that you can use at parties and stuff. When you're all done, you fold it up and you put it away. That was my desk. I didn't have any drawers. I didn't have any file cabinets. I didn't have anything. It was just that. And so I purchased one of these roll-around things. I need to actually do something with this edge. I purchased one of these roll-around things, and I was using that for like extra storage because I didn't have any drawers. And so I decided to, when I got the desk, to take my stuff out of the little plastic sleeves that I had purchased. You know how people put their digitals in a bag? Oh, I got this one to do too. Oh, I just did it. I had mine in those bags too. You know, I labeled it journal cards, and I had my journal card possibilities in there. Double-sided digitals when I had printed up on both sides in one. And I decided that was going to be how I kept them in the file cabinet drawer. But it didn't work like that. The file cabinet was difficult for me to get those things in and out. So I ordered some hanging pockets. Oops, darn it. And I put those in the filing cabinet, thinking that my journal cards will sit in that. I gotta pull this down just a little bit. There we go. Because I want a little more of that to show. Look at that. Okay, now I want to find a cute word for that one. Maybe we'll use this one. Oh, yeah. No, I don't want it on her head. But I like that. We'll use that. Why not? So, I started putting all my little plastic things in there, and they wouldn't fit. They were too big. So, I had to come up with a different idea. So, I decided to buy the folders that you can buy at, like, your office stores. See, that's cute. We got 3 now, and I think they're adorable. Intentionally adorable. And I got 2 more left. I got this one and this one. Isn't that cute? See, I picked these. The reason these are intentional for me, I picked the colors that I thought would go good together. I picked the focal point that I thought would go good together. And I want to do 3 of everything. So far, there's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This one's 4 because that's my focal. These all came with their own focals. So that one's a little bit more than 3. But here's my 2, and I'll probably put one of those little label thingies on it. But anyhow, let me crinkle up my corner. I want to get it more edgy, more character. So I bought those and I started putting them in there, but it still, in my opinion, was a little too difficult to get it in and out. So I decided, instead of these giant papers, a digital full of all this stuff, that I was going to go through and let me get this paper out of here. I was going to go through and fussy cut everything out, you know. When you buy a digital that's got all these different ephemera pieces on it, I cut everything out, so I'm taking out some of the bulk of the paper. And I sat in front of the TV with my husband watching whatever show he wanted to watch. And I sat there and fussy. Oh, I forgot to... Let me hurry up and ink. While he was watching his TV, I sat there and fussy cutted everything out. And I put those in the filing cabinet, and they fit perfect. So then I started thinking, wait, I got these cute little containers that I bought from the get-go to put my stamps and my words and my little teeny baby, the little labels and that sort of thing. I bought a case to keep that stuff in. So then I went through all the little things I fussy cut it out, and I put them in the containers. All right, I want that blue up. Although I love that flower. We'll go like this. Well, you're not going to see it. I want the blue. Yep, I like that. So, I started organizing that, and I got everything organized the way I like it, and it made my filing cabinet even more efficient. So now when I want to get something out, it's already ready to go. I just grab the little file out, boom. Let me see. I like, what color? It's so pretty. I don't want to use anything with too much flower because she's my focal. And I don't want to use any big blue. That would be too blue. That would be okay, but it's large. I'm going to take this one right here. That's something little. They don't have to be big. Anyhow, so I fussy cutted all my doilies, all my ephemera, all my prayer cards. I did not fussy cut all my birds and flowers because that would be a lot. I will at some point do that. Right now, I have a bunch of them already fussy cutted in a big ephemera book that I started. And I want to redo that book. There, I like that. I like that. That's pretty. I'll pull them all back out. I got one more left. This one is 3 as is. Okay. So either way, what I'm trying to say is I haven't finished vamping my office desk. I got it to where I like it. I'm moving things around to make it more efficient so it's easier for me to do. But because I'm moving things around, I can't remember where I put everything. And I am going to, at some point, get it all done, make it all happy. And I'm actually throwing away stuff as I go. I've got things that I've been saving for since the beginning when I started this in November of 2023 that have been sitting in my drawers that I never ever used. And they weren't, in my opinion, worth keeping. So I'm going to wrinkle these all up really good. I already ripped it down to the size I like. So once it's all done being wrinkled, then I'll do my little inky thing. And I'm going to put a crink right here. I think right here is going to be my crink this time. And I'm going to ink these up. Ink it. I love the colors of this one. I think this was a Ruby and Pearl digital. I've had this one for a little while now. And when I saw her making her stuff, This, when I saw that picture, this was the one that I knew I was going to use for that picture. I just knew it. Her little dress goes perfect. And yes, I did cut this out of something bigger. But, and then this guy, I didn't get my ink. So, needless to say, I am working hard on getting my room the way I want it. Oh, see that? No, look how cute that is, guys. All right, so I need to put her on here first, and then we'll glue these down. So, that's what I've been doing. I've also been working on trying to organize and plan out my 2025 vegetable garden. It's massive in size. It has 16 raised beds, and they're all encased in a really cute fenced-in area, and I got little arbors and stuff. My husband hooked me up. Okay, I want this one right here. Look at that. And yes, I could probably put a word on it. I don't know if I want this word or not. I don't know. I think I want to put this white one on it. I think we're going to do that. Normally, I would only do the 3, but this one's got a lot of color, so let's give it some white. Okay, and then this is going to be our last intentional. Oh, I got to ink it first. Trying to keep everything inked up because this is supposed to be an old vintage look. That was the whole point of this one for me. Okay, now let me hook it up. All right, and where do you want to go? You want to go right in the middle, right down here in the middle. Yes, you do. And now this type, this kind, here, let me put my mess up so we got room. This kind right here is specific for certain journals. Can you see them all? Yeah. Again, we will put backs on them when they go into the journals as is. They're going to be. I could put a back on this. I could clip it and then put the thing. But more than likely, because of the way it's decorated, I'll probably put a little hole here and then just put a little ribbon on it. I may add some lace to these because these are more fancy. They're more specific, like I said, intentional. So these will go into a certain kind of journal for me. I love the way they turned out. And I promised you I would show you how I did it. I mean, yeah, you watched me piece them together, but you didn't watch me pick and choose the pictures and all that stuff. So let's do that real quick. What I do first is I find my focal point. I know that sounds weird, but I find my focal point. Now, see, she's small enough. She would fit on a decent size tag, but I actually kind of like her. Put her off to the side. And I printed all these up. I want to say these are Ruby and Pearls. Oh, look at the ballerinas. And now, these would be their own little thing. I would not add those. Aren't they pretty? I found mine, this focal point right here. This one's mine. And I'm going to cut some of the white around it so I can make a decision if I want to keep the white or not. So here's my focal point. Let me put these up. Okay. And I have plenty of really good things to choose from. Okay, and then I have moving my stuff around. Some more things over here to choose from. Hold on. I've already got my focal point. These are too small. That's not going to go very good, so no. And that one's too tall and skinny, but that would work. That one would work. So let's put that off to the side for a minute. I guess that's really it for that. I got some more. I could like throw some of that in there. I got some more white. Oh, here's another piece with that brown on it. I could do this. I would have to cut the white off. That's a thought. And here's some pretty stuff. Oh, look how cute those guys are. All right, that'll be one later on. And then I have something like this. I could take a piece of this. That's what we're going to do. All right, now this is how she did it. And this is what I've been doing. Once I watched her twice. And once I did, this is how I did it. I'm going to move this out of the way. Move this out of the way. I'm going to keep this, but I'm going to send this piece back like that. I want it to be a little bit smaller. I'm going to keep that size, but we're going to rip this piece right here off. Okay. I don't like that little piece right there. We're going to bump it out. Okay. Then, I really liked this. I like this around it, especially this side. So we're going to take this. This is how she did it. Put it where I want it. Give myself the space that I want. Okay, now that I know where I want it, get it level. And then you want to, she doesn't cut anything with her scissors. She doesn't cut anything with a ruler. She rips it all by hand. So that's what I've been trying to do. Okay, I'll save that for another piece. This, I love that. I love that. I love that. Okay, but I don't need all this extra space down here. So we're going to cut that off. Are you able to see these still? Okay. That'll be a good scrap for another haphazard one. And then here, I'm going to go up just a little higher than that piece of fern. I really like that. There's no pink in it at all. But the color beige that I have, and see, now that will be a good one for another one. But look at the colors. See? I almost feel like taking the white off altogether. Let me see what it would look like. Oh, yeah. We're going to take the white off. I'm going to leave that little piece at the bottom, though. I'm going to take the white off. So anyhow, this is how she was doing it. She has a very, in my opinion, creative eye for composition. As a photographer, you have to know how to line your lens up. Well, as a creative collager, I guess you have to do the same. Okay. Although I am snipping. She might not do that, but I'm snipping. Just because I can. I still have to be me, right? Okay, with that being said, I'm going to move this out of the way. Look how pretty that is, guys. Isn't that pretty? I love the size, just like that. But I want to decide where she's going to fit on the page. I think I like this side showing and this side just peeking out. And I really don't like this white after all. I just don't. I just don't. There. Of course, when I go to ink it, all that white will be gone. Yeah, I like that. I like that look. So, let me go ahead and do my little fluff and turn and whatever you call it. She scraps her nails on it and all kinds of stuff. She has this way of making it look aged. I'm still learning. So when you're done watching me, go over to Heather's channel at Ruby and Pearl XO. But finish watching me first. Okay, guys? Let's see how I do my intentional. Okay, let me go ahead and do my... I really love this beautiful digital. I am a frou-frou girl through and through. I love flowers and feminine stuff. I love birdies. Okay, I'm very pleased with that. Now we gotta make her look old. Old. I think old. Aged, not old, aged. Because she's a pretty girl. And if I can remember, I will let you know where I got all my digitals from. And I will put that in the description box below. So that if you are interested in any of these digitals, you will know where to hunt and peck for them. Okay, there's that one. Again, I like her off to the side. I don't like that white. There we go. Yep. Isn't that pretty? That is so pretty. Let me go ahead and put her on. Yeah, she just folds everything and then rips it right where she likes it. And then she said something that I thought was profound, although it was simple as all get out. She said, and I quote, "And if you don't like it with what it's with, cut it out, rip it out, use it wherever you want to use it." And I'm like, I'm there. Okay, isn't that pretty? It's really pretty. I'm going to put something up here. I think those little thingies, they had roses in them. I think I'm going to put a pretty rose. Maybe that one. That one would be too big. I think maybe this one. It's similar in color. So yeah, this one I think we're going to put. But I might also cut it down some still so it's not so big. Because again, it doesn't have to be that big. Let me see. Yeah, I don't need it that big. I really do like that. It's not covering up the words. It's, yeah, we're putting that on there. Yeah, need some more. Ooh, need some more of this guy. That looks pretty. Anyhow, I've been watching her make a bunch of stuff that I thought was really cool, and that's when I realized her stuff that she makes is the taste that I have for my journals. I just have not known all these tricks before, but her journals are very similar to the kind I like. So let me pull out my intentionals again so you can see the variety, the colors. Aren't they pretty, guys? I mean, really, they're pretty. Can you see them all? And then our Haphazard. All the colors are very similar. So we're going to take this to the cutter and cut it out. And I'll show you. I got 6 here. Let's see if we can't get 6 out of this one. I'll be right back. I did not get 6 because I decided I'm going to make these tall ones. So I got my 3. I made them 3.5 inches wide. And I just took the little piece off at the end because it was an 8.5 inch spread. So I did good. I mean, it's 11 inch. What are you doing, doggy? So I got the 3, and I think they're going to be pretty. By the time, I mean, I could actually take a couple of these things that I thought were really adorable. Like this color here, I could put that on here, and it would look good. I mean, so I have things to use that we could turn these into tags. But today, the lesson wasn't making tags. The lesson was 2 different types of collaging. And both are beautiful. Both are right. But one's just, in my opinion, a little more fun. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this inspired you to go out and create your own collages. Have a blessed day.